So no, there wasn't very much to pick up on other than the rather ill-spoken, ill-lettered and rude attempts to attack me. And I'm sorry about that because I think that it demonstrates her own personal failing as much as it does a failing of a cause that she would like to lead before she got tired and decided to get out. I see very little likelihood of anyone like Flavia, for as long as she remains in public eye, being able to achieve anything much because she keeps dismissing the public, and the public tend not to like that.
So, good evening again. I want to drink Vinho Verde in Lisbon. I want to go there by night train, wearing a leopard-patterned pyjama in a compartment full of strangers. I want to have oranges for breakfast and know exactly where they come from. And I want to know that the workers who picked those oranges got paid for it. And I want to know that their children are going to school whose teachers went to university regardless of how much money they have. I only want to see guns when they are carried around by members of the army or tiny plastic versions of it, filled with syrup. I want to remember Srebrenica and read in one of the hundreds of free news outlets that its generals were prosecuted. And I want to look at their faces while they're being walked off to prison. I want to get stuck in a traffic jam and miss an appointment because people are holding a bike manifestation. I don't ever want to smoke weed, but I want to know that in Amsterdam, I could. And I want to have windows that I can open. I want laws that protect me when I am the weakest. I want to be seen, valued, and criticized for what I actually do or did, and not for where I come from. I want to honor the people who died in persecution and our wars by recalling what and who caused those wars. I want to play the game of life by knowing its rules and writing them. I want to have the right to want everything or nothing. And there's only one place in the world where you have the freedom and the possibility to do this, and that's Europe. Because Europe stands for freedom, Europe stands for opportunities and possibilities. But it also stands for dignity, decency, and respect. Dignity of every individual, decency of how we treat individuals, and respect for all the rights of the individuals. These innovations, these values are not superficial attitudes. No, they are the result of having met their opposites. It's the result of having gone through 2 world wars. It's an understanding that was gained through blood, toil, tears, and sweat. Europe learns the hard way, not once, but twice. Only fools and Douglas Murray would give up these lessons learned.
Thank you, Flavia. Douglas, you have listened to Flavia. I'm curious, in the next, let's say, 30 minutes, whether we as an audience will understand better how the two of you come to such different conclusions on the current state of affairs in Europe. Is there anything, for starters, in Flavia's speech that you would agree with?
There wasn't very much in it. What I mainly got was an I want list, followed by a set of claims and rather presumptuous insults. It was hard to find any meat there at all on the bone. That might be because it's rather hard to find any work that Flavia has done other than a tiny campaign in a tiny country. By contrast, of course, it's obviously very much the case that she's read and absorbed everything I've written, which is why she's so happy to be so insulting when she meets me almost in person. No, there wasn't very much to pick up on other than the rather ill-spoken, ill-lettered and rude attempts to attack me. And I'm sorry about that because I think that it demonstrates her own personal failing as much as it does a failing of a cause that she would like to lead before she got tired and decided to get out. And that is to say this: it's a shame that people like her refuse to engage on any of the important terrain. So much of my time in recent years has been spent engaging with serious actors with serious reputations, not people like Flavia, people who have spent their life working on these issues and have made very successful political careers, for instance, from doing so. I've always noticed, wish to engage on the serious terrain. When I speak with leading politicians across Europe, who I happen to disagree with, I find that the most important and impressive ones do not get up and read bucket lists of what they'd like to do and then insult people. I find that they try to, for instance, understand what other people are thinking, and particularly try to understand what the public might be thinking. For instance, they might try to work out whether the public is sometimes trying to tell them something, and whether the public who they disagree with might not in fact be onto something on occasion. After all, it's very easy to draw rather comfortable lines around yourself and your own ideology, such as it is, and declare that everyone on the other side of it is, for instance, an evil populist or what was it, a fool? That's right, a fool. What an amazing way to speak about somebody else to their virtual face. And what an extraordinary way to speak about majority population votes in our continent. I see very little likelihood of anyone like Flavia, for as long as she remains in the public eye, being able to achieve anything much, because she keeps dismissing the public, and the public tend not to like that.
Flavia, your opportunity to respond to that. Let's take up.
Absolutely handled her. This lady is a mental infant. It's like a child at a grocery store. Like, I want this, I want that, I want all of these things. No idea of what it requires to get these things. It's just, I want it. If I don't get it, I'm gonna cry and call everyone evil and bad. A list of wants and demands with absolutely no concept of what it would require to get those and achieve those. She lives in this fantasy utopian land where you just want things, that's it. And if people don't agree with them, they're evil. For her, everything she doesn't want is evil, and everything she wants, someone else should pay for it. That's her basic philosophy. They also lack the ability to self-reflect as to how their very own ideas can lead to the very things they claim to be fighting against. Authoritarianism, fascism, diminishing of our liberties, because for them, if you don't agree, you need to be canceled and silenced. They truly might be a lost cause. But anyways, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you agree or disagree, comment below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.